What's up, man? It's your boy, Ty Pretty, man. You know what I'm saying? We here to address the man, no mercy. He had a lot of things to say. He pulled the paperwork out. And you know, my whole thing is, man, if we're going to do this paperwork thing, I understand this is battle rap. And dudes are going to attack every little thing they see. They see my name is buzzing in the culture, clickbait and all that. I get it. I'm with it. Let's have that dialogue. But if we're going to speak on the paperwork, please fully read it. Understand and comprehend what you're reading, then make your synopsis. So with that being said, I'm going to give it to somebody who can better articulate themselves and give you a better understanding of exactly what happened with the dude No Mercy in the paperwork.
Miss Taft, good afternoon, good evening, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right, so I'm pretty sure you kind of see what's going on here with Ty Pretty.
I do.
So we kind of just want to get your reasoning on it. It seems to be a lot of people are trying to throw him under the bus, maybe to no fault of their own. Maybe they're just ignorant on how to read the paperwork, their understanding of the paperwork, and it can kind of it's a lot of gray area at times. So that's why we kind of brought you on board, so maybe you can kind of get some clarification, Ms. Taft. If you want to just give the people a quick rundown of your history so they kind of know who they're speaking to.
Sure. I'd love to. I'd love to clear the air. I think that's what's going on in this situation is really specifically ignorance and not understanding Virginia code, not understanding statutes, not understand the elements that certain elements that are required to meet codes when individuals are charged. So a little bit about my background. I have an extensive criminal justice background. I have a bachelor's in forensics. I have a master's in criminal justice. I was a retired Marine, 17 years in the Marine Corps. Then I was in Virginia law enforcement for a number of years, and now I currently work for the federal government. So my background is very extensive. I've seen this happen to individuals every day, and I've also seen how society views these individuals and how they take words and twist it into to make it their own narrative, to thinking they know who's stories, who's lying, who's telling the truth, and all that.
Okay, so there was a recent interview. I think the kid is No Mercy, or I don't even know the kid's name, but he brandished some paperwork online. It looked like it may have came from like an inside source, a police system or something like that. It says Ty Pretty's government name, and then under charges it says, and it looks like it's a spreadsheet, and it says that he was charged with, or the woman allegedly was under 13 years of age. Did you get a chance to look at that?
I did see that.
What is your interpretation of that?
What that document is actually showing, it is attempting to show the breakdown of what the actual charge is. It is attempting to show the breakdown of aggravated sexual battery, 18.2, 67.3. There are 5 elements within that statute, and in order to be convicted with aggravated sexual battery, you have to meet one or all of those elements. And in order to fully list those elements, you can't see that on that screen. It just won't fit in that block. As you can see, they're trying to give you all the elements, but they're just not fully listed there.
So you're saying there's not enough space just to list the whole code there?
That is correct.
So hypothetically, if there was like an expand button,
you would see the rest of the elements of the Virginia statute, that code for aggravated sexual battery.
So okay, so the 13 or under doesn't necessarily mean that's his charge.
Correct. That is the first and the second element listed in the Virginia statute.
Okay. Now, I think you said you actually found the woman's Facebook page, correct?
I did.
And we have her birth date.
I do.
Can we state that?
Her birth date is actually May 1st, 1989. Ty Pretty, he was actually convicted July 25th of 2005. The victim was born May 1st, 1989. If you do the math, she was 16 years old. Ty Pretty was born January 10th, 1987. If you do the math, that would have made him 18 years old, July 25th of 2005.
Another thing that was kind of highlighted on this kid's vlog, he was stating the fact that DNA was on file from the incident. The way he made it seem, the narrative that he was trying to paint, he was trying to make it seem that the cops got DNA from a rape kit and Ty Pretty ejaculated in the woman or finished in her. I think those were his words that he used, finished in the young girl. And that's the narrative that he's trying to paint. Now, can you explain what DNA on file means when you look at this police report?
So I can tell you that Ty Pretty was actually charged with rape. He was initially charged with rape. The rape kit came back negative. Rape was found not to be, they couldn't charge him with rape because a rape kit was done and it was found that there was no DNA in the victim that belonged to Ty Pretty. So basically he was charged with the lesser charge, which was aggravated sexual battery. Due to the victim's age, because she was in fact penetrated by an object. Objects can be anything. These are, by the state of Virginia, Virginia Code 18.2, 67.2, object sexual penetration involves assaulting the victim's orifices with any object other than the suspect's penis. So fingers are considered an object. So Ty Pretty was charged with aggravated sexual battery because it was determined she was not raped. What DNA on file means is there are about 9 misdemeanors, all felonies, and all sexual related offenses that are required by law to give DNA for the system. You don't have to rape somebody to give DNA. Ty Pretty's DNA is just the simple fact that he was charged. So anybody that meets any one of the 9 misdemeanors, any felonies, or any sexual offenses, your DNA is on file. That does not mean you raped somebody.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification, Ms. Tab. Now, could we go back to the charge one more time? What was the actual charge, the penal code?
So the actual charge, it was aggravated sexual battery, Virginia Code 18.2, 67.3.
Okay, and then under that charge, what are the elements that have to happen and or to be able to receive that particular charge?
So there are 4 elements. The individual only has to meet one or all of them, or just a couple of them, to be charged with that. The first element under aggravated sexual battery is if the witness is less than 13 years of age, or the act is accomplished through the use of the complaining witness's mental incapacity or physical helplessness, or the offense is committed by a parent, step-parent, grandparent, or step-grandparent, and the complaining witness is at least 13 but less than 18 years of age, or Listen up. This is number 4, and this is what Ty Pretty was charged with. The act is accomplished against the will of the complaining witness by force, threat, or intimidation. And you got 3 sub-elements that have to be met as well. A, the complaining witness is at least 13 but less than 15 years of age, or the accused causes seriously bodily or mental injury to the complaining witness, or the accused uses or threatens to use a dangerous weapon. Ty Pretty was charged with element 4B. That is, the act is accomplished against the will of the complaining witness by force, threat, intimidation, and cause seriously bodily harm or mental injury to the complaining witness.
So that one has nothing to do with age.
It absolutely has nothing to do with age.
And then can we just re-verify the alleged victim's birthday one more time?
She was born May 1st, 1989. Ty Pretty was born January 10th, 1987. The crime happened July 25th, 2005. That makes the victim 16 years old.
All right, so before we sign off on this one, I just kind of really want to make sure we're super clear, super transparent, super concise, because it's a lot of people out here really touching in on this subject. Nobody really knows what they're kind of talking about. Everybody just wants to clickbait, right? Everybody just wants to, run Ty's name through the mud because it sounds good. It's drama. It's messy. And I think that's what's going on here. You got, some people want to touch on it. You got secondary people that want to chime in on it, and they really don't know the facts. And me personally, I don't want to dog them, because maybe they really just don't know. You know what I mean? It's an easy mistake for people to just look at the paperwork and just jump to conclusions. So maybe they really think this, but that's why I'm glad you're sitting down here today to kind of clarify and make everything make sense. Because I think the going thing right now is on that block that we see, it says Ty Pretty and it says 13 or under 13, right? But if I'm not mistaken, there's more elements to that, but you just can't fit everything in that one little spreadsheet block right there.
That is correct.
Am I correct in saying that?
That is correct. There is 5 additional elements under that statute that you're not seeing there. What is listed on this document is only the first 2 elements. The element that Ty Pretty was charged with is not listed there because there is not enough space, and the one he was charged with has absolutely nothing to do with age, because he wouldn't have been charged with what is showing up here, because the victim was 16 years old. Her birthday's May 1st, 1989.
And what word would you give, future vloggers or whoever that think they might want to chime in on a story like this? What kind of precautions would you advise them to take before touching on a subject so sensitive and so serious?
With this one, with No Mercy, there's no excuse for you to put something out there like this, trying to slaughter somebody's character, try to make light of an interview that they didn't even have to give, but they came out on their own accord to tell their story. And shame on you. Shame on you for trying to make your own interpretation of a document. I don't know what you're getting out of it, but you're just making yourself look stupid. It's ignorance. You're not doing your research. And I've watched your video, and you're not even going to bona fide sites to do the research. You didn't go to the Virginia government criminal courts to look up the charges. You didn't look up the elements. You went to a law firm website which is law firms are promoting. They're promoting your business. They're promoting to get business. They're not even going in depth to the elements of the actual crime. And you call that research? That's not research. Do your research. Do your due diligence before you put something out here and ruin somebody's life, or try to question an interview that they've already done, telling their story. Who are you to dictate what is true and what is false? I can tell you I got the facts. The facts is the victim was born May 1st, 1989. Ty Pretty was born January 10th, 1987. The crime happened July 25th, 2005. Do the math. She was 16 years old. Now moving forward, she's 31 years old, married with 4 children now. Ty Pretty, married, has kids. Leave these folks alone. Let them move on in life.